Hey y'all, welcome back. Tonight I'm having soul food. Hey y'all, and welcome back. Get on in here, get on in here, get on in here. You already know what time it is. It's time for us to talk about this love and marriage Huntsville. But first I want to say thank you. If this is your first time on my page, you're always welcome. Fix your plate, pull up to the table, let's chat a while, okay? And if you return, I say I thank you for your continued support. And I also want to invite you to smash that subscribe button, click that like button, share this video with your friends. We can always talk about it because it's always something going down on and off the streets in Huntsville. But before we get started, I'm going to say grace, and we're going to get into the menu, okay? Gracious Lord, I truly thank you for this food that I'm about to receive to nourish my body and to feed my soul for Christ's sake. Amen. Y'all, what y'all think about this episode? Okay, hold on. Let me get into the menu. Then we're going to get into it. I'm having some soul food. I got some pig feet. I got some chitterlings with rice. I have some green beans, some rutabaga, some collard greens, whole cake cornbread, and no Sunday meal is complete without fried chicken, okay? So we're going to get into this and talk about this love and marriage Huntsville because I'm ready to eat. And oh yeah, y'all, my beloved hot sauce came in. I am so excited. You know what? I ordered it on a Saturday and it came like on a Tuesday or Wednesday. I was impressed at how fast the delivery was. Somebody can take some advice about shipping time, selling products. But anyway, I ain't going there. But let's talk about this love and marriage Huntsville, okay? Let's see how it opened up. It opened up back at the Black Expo in Marceau, going at Storming for this $100. Yeah, I don't know about y'all, but I am so sick of hearing about this doggone $100. If it wasn't that big a deal, pay it. If not, then shut up. Now, what I will say, that was tacky as all get out for Marceau to come at her at the event for it. And he always trying to be sarcastic with every little thing that he do. I just can't get into him. Marceau need help. He need help, and he needs attention. He obviously ain't getting it at home. Tisha need to pencil in some more time with him, if you know what I mean. But anyway, he coming at Stormy with this $100, and they going back and forth, until she just say fine. But she told them clear as day, don't ask me for another thing. Don't ask me to do a damn thing else for y'all. And I ain't mad. I'm glad she told them. Now let's talk about this Black Expo, okay? I think it was good in theory. I don't think Tisha knew what she was doing. I think she was too stubborn or too, can't find the word to say, but she didn't want to ask for help, so to speak. She wanted somebody to do it, and she wants to take the credit. You notice how she kept saying her event, that was her event, and how she made it clear to them that that was not a comeback group initiative. However, she ended up using the comeback group after some tussling with Kimmy and Maurice. Crazy. Chitterlings and rice. If you know, you know. So, at the Black Expo, everything's set up. Stormy little corner looked very nice. You heard me say corner. Her corner looked very nice. She really put some thought into it. But I think that's just Stormy always doing too much. You know, she wants to stand out and I ain't mad because she had to pay for it, right? But anyway, at the Black Expo, they had little vendors there, and that was fine. It did appear to be disorganized, if you ask me. They hadn't invited the Whitlows to participate, and they know they didn't. Yeah, I know. I'm glad that Melody did show up. They weren't expecting it, but they did want her to go on stage. And did y'all see how Martell went to nutting up when he saw her out there? Melody out there, why she ain't up here? She need to be a speaker. Blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not going on stage. Blah, blah, blah. They sitting up there carrying on behind the screen. Everybody in the audience hear everything that they saying. Because he don't want to go out there because Melody is out there. Is that crazy or what? Or what? Man, but I'm glad she showed up and she showed support. They wasn't expecting it. But just like I said, I'm glad she showed them the support. Showed them way more support than they've shown her. Tiffany and Lou was there. That was a good addition. But I'm going to tell you something. When it came to that panel, they should have left that panel where it was. That panel had no clue in regards to the that hot sauce hot. Ooh, Jesus. But they had no clue as to the questions that were being asked in order to answer the questions. They had no answers for them. All the stuff that they were speaking of was personal information. It wasn't anything regarding how to initiate a business, how to get venture capital. Y'all, did y'all see Marceau swimming in that? He was swimming like a duck, okay? Drowning. But, you know, they were being asked questions that they had no real answers. That panel brought no value to that expo. I don't want to call it no expo because it wasn't an expo. It didn't give out a lot. It didn't give out much information. I can't call it expo because it wasn't an expo. It was more like a pop-up shop, a black business get-together, something, but it wasn't an expo because they didn't have no type of information for nobody there. You know what I'm saying? It was probably just more or less vendors getting some exposure, getting their products out, some marketing, whatever, but no, that wasn't an expo. Good. I've been craving some vegetables, and I know I got it today. And I got more vegetables, but this is all that can fit on my plate. Okay, but anyway, let's talk about this expo. Did anybody else notice, out of the 25 vendors, you had Mila and Macy, Chocolate in the Bottle, that's what she called it, Scope, Black, and Scott Realty. That's 5 businesses, all under the Scott umbrella. And that's not including Kimmy. I don't know what was at her booth. They didn't give her booth no type of airtime. They had each one of their businesses, or their so-called businesses, featured at the Black Expo. That looked like a setup to me. And then if you look at some of the other vendors that they had outside of anything that was Scott related, I don't know. It just didn't feel comfortable to me. Like, I didn't recognize some of the other vendors, and that's fine. You know, they're small businesses. They're getting their footings together and whatnot. But to know that a fifth of the businesses there was coming out of the Martisha, that's what I call them, Marceau and Tisha, coming out of Martisha's household. Y'all thought about that? Something to think about. My Martell was there, but there was no Inez wine. And that's all I'm going to say on that one. Martell got too much going on for me. But yeah, no Inez wine. He didn't have time, too busy doing other criminal activity. But anyway, just like I said, Tiff and Lou, they showed up to support. Now, let's talk about Stormy. Why is Courtney calling her about labels? I'm thinking that should have been a problem he should have been able to fix without calling her, knowing she was already at a function. And also another thing. See, I just had problems with that whole setup, and it makes me wonder if the whole thing fake. I don't know. But if you had to have your products to not a manufacturer, who was it? Retail, to a retail company, a retail business where your product's going, you driving your delivery there? Why the day that is due, you driving it there? He had to drive to New York. Courtney had to drive to drop that off to New York. Y'all don't think that's strange? Where they do that at? Why wasn't that stuff prepared days or weeks before the expo? Yeah, it just sounds like she bad business. Bad business. Okay, but anyway, because I want to hurry and get through with this expo so we can get to the lunch Tiffany hosted. Lord have mercy. So that was a part of it where Stormy cussing about, oh, they mislabeled something. I'm thinking, if they mislabeled 100 items or more than 100 items, now you don't have no labels. Y'all can't print none out. You don't have printing capabilities. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff not adding up. But anyway, that's her. So she had to get the shipment out. He drove it to New York. That's fine. Excuse me. Y'all, the hot sauce is kicking. Hectic, smacklicious. It's 3 peppers. I guess it should be, huh? But anyway. So now let's move on. Now what we're gonna talk about. Black Expo. I mean, it was nice in theory. I don't think it did what they wanted them to do. However, just like I said, you got 5 businesses from Scott's that are being featured there. From Marceau and Martisha. I don't know. That's wanky to me. Wanky, janky. It didn't feel right. But now, before I go about and leave the expo and go get to the lunch, was that Carson Blue who asked the question about the credit and getting a loan and credit repair? So she done made another debut on there. Y'all don't find that interesting? It's making me wonder. Okay. I'm done with the expo. Done with it. Now, let's talk about Tiffany. She brought them together because she wanted to get some stuff off her chest. She wanted to tell how she felt like she was excluded. She wanted to offer tips, suggestions to Tisha. And the sad part about it is, Tisha is not going to receive that information. She's too stubborn. She won't do stuff on her own because she feels like she's that girl. I don't know what to say for her. She needs to be able to take some direction from somebody because she needs a lot of help. Now, I'm going to tell you why Kimmy got to chime in. I know everything wasn't aired and it probably got cut somewhere in editing, but they weren't mentioning no Whitlows. They weren't mentioning Stormy until Mel was unavailable. So I'm trying to figure out how Kimmy is standing 10 toes on, no, you guys were the first people, but no. And I'm going to tell you how I know that was a lie. Tisha told Tiffany, I didn't even know what you do. Meaning she wasn't interested. She didn't bother to ask. That let you know she wasn't thinking about her. Now, granted, Tiffany should have been home on bed rest. But, she was up there. And that's all they had to say. Well, Tiffany, you pregnant. Right now you having issues with your pregnancy. No, we wouldn't want to put you through that or whatever. They ain't have no good answer, no logical reason. But, Tiffany even offered to do something remotely. And I think that speaks volumes for her. So now back to lunch with Tiffany and Tisha and Kimmy and Tiffany. Y'all, what y'all think of that fight? Do y'all think that was a real fight? That was the most lightweight fight I've ever seen in all my days. Lightweight. Oh, look. And what I mean by lightweight, and I'm going to give a shout out to here for hot tea, because she didn't want to put it back in my face. If you go back, I'm going to go back and I'm going to dig up the scenes, and I'll probably do some clips on it, because I think we need to remember. Tisha had some heat for Mel. I'm not sure what event it was, but it was that event that she showed up there with a Team Wifey t-shirt on. Now, she was going in at Mel. Her and Mel was arguing, and I think that was largely due because, as you say, she was coming for her marriage. You were talking about my marriage. And what I can appreciate, because Tisha was him below the belt. You knew that man been cheating. We all knew it. And you still gave that man a baby. And you blah. And she was like, I ain't never lied to you. And they was talking about infidelity in her relationship. But they just glossed over that. That wasn't the focal point. The focal point was getting at Mel and putting all her stuff on blast. And Tisha, that's what she do when she argue. She want to get loud. She learned it from her husband. And being wrong, all the way wrong. So, but that fight was so lightweight, y'all. And when I say lightweight, did y'all see the energy that Stormy had for Destiny at that Galentine? Standing up, you ain't got enough, and blah, blah, blah. They just going at it. I'm thinking back to them 2 fights, and now I see these 2 sitting to the table. What is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you, girl? That's Tisha talking to Stormy. Oh, you can't tell me how to react. Oh, no. Listen, I'm friends, baby. Tell something about it. We're not there yet. We're not friends yet. The most rather that thing got was Tisha beating her hand on the table. I'm not trying to that. I'm like, okay. I'm sick of these two already. I don't think that was a real fight. Honestly, I don't even think I'm interested. You know what I'm saying? Rumor has it that was a fake fight. That, you know, they need a storyline. Both of them tried to come at Mel. Mel paid both of them dust. She got a lot of dust to pay. And she paying their behinds in dust, okay? But I don't even think I'll be interested if Stormy and Letitia did have beef. I mean, like, why? Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care for either one of them. But I say that this ain't beef. This like what them Impossible Burgers made for. What's that? Beyond Meat. That's what that is. Some fake behind beef. What I want to see is Kiki get off in her. That's going to be some real beef. I think with Kiki, her and Kiki stuff go way back. And I think Kiki got enough ammo on her. Okay? Like the way she went at Mel about her husband, I think Kiki can do the same thing for her. Kiki threatened or alluded to it once before. That's what Marcel said he would burn that place down. But I think Kiki got the goods. And Kiki will be the one to say it. And Kiki will be the one to stand up in her face and say it to him too. So that's what I'm interested in. I'm interested in next week's episode. I promise you I am. Only because I want to see Kiki get some justice. I want to see Kiki toss that drink on her. I want to see that drink go on her face. I know that's bad. But yeah. I want Kiki to make some noise now. Tisha didn't want Kiki on that show. And I think that's for the reason because she know Kiki got stuff on her. Kiki know her dirt. Kiki know where the body's at. I want to see Kiki. I want to see Kiki. I want her to get them. I want her to put all this stuff out there. They putting out all her stuff. I don't know why they want to continue her as using drugs. You get what I'm saying? And I hate that they doing that to her. If she is, that's her story to tell. That's not y'all's. It's not y'all. I'm just tired of Marceau and Martisha, sitting back in everybody's business with any and everything to say except minding their own business. That's why I'm waiting on, I'm waiting on Kiki to come on out and tell us about Marceau cheating. I want her to come out. I want Mel to come out with it. I saw that in the preview. Don't know how I quite feel about it, but I'm waiting on it too. So that's pretty much it. I'm finna wrap things up because I need to get into this. I need to get into this play. I need to get into it. Well, I want to say thank you for having dinner with me. Just like I said, if this is your first time on my channel, I welcome you. You can come back anytime. And if you return, I say thank you for your continued support. I invite you to smash that subscribe button, hit like, share this video, and drop a comment so we can talk about this next week. Because it's getting juicy. It's getting juicy.